Hey, this is Tim Jack, and I'm in week 6 right now. This is my 4th workout of week 6. I'm just finishing, and I wanted to say a few words. I released an article a few weeks ago called The Squiggly Line of Self-Improvement, and it was well received. I got nice comments, I got people saying they enjoyed the idea, so I'd like to extrapolate on that a little bit. If you're not familiar with it, the squiggly line of self-improvement is the idea that whenever we start something that we want to get better at, that we think that our progress is going to be this linear thing, that we'll learn the basics, and then we'll slowly just get better and better and better until we're masters. And oftentimes when we go through a process where we don't see that linear improvement, whether it's at our job or in a relationship where it's just not like as awesome as we think it should be, or maintaining its awesomeness, then we tend to want to quit because we think there's something wrong. The squiggly line of self-improvement reminds us that that's not how we progress. Our improvement goes up and down and up and down and up and down. So my normal camera just died, but I'm going to continue on this camera. So the squiggly line is just a reminder that our progress is never linear. It's always up and down. And that understanding that it's going to be this up and down struggle will keep us motivated to continue and wait for the next up spiral. And know that over a long enough timeline, whatever you invest your time and energy into, you will be successful at in a linear fashion. You can't get worse at coding if you keep studying over years and years and years. You can't get be in less shape if you continue working out despite not seeing any ostensible results immediately. Personal best. The other idea I wanted to get at is the why of our lives, and the why of why I think Freeletics is working for me this time, whereas in other attempts it may not have. And I think the reason is because I'm pursuing this for a bigger reason than just being physically fit. I'm pursuing it for reasons that I perceive to be at the very tip of what my own personal maturity is going to look like, which is staying disciplined, which is having faith in a project and seeing it to the end, and having faith in those unseen benefits, and knowing that they're going to show up if I continue to do the work and show up myself. Wanting to prove to myself that I can continue to be consistent and letting go of an outcome. I oftentimes will get discouraged when I don't see immediate results from the work that I'm putting out. But Freeletics is something where I have 3 months, and I'm going to be as good as I am after 3 months, and I'm going to stick with it and do my best. So I'm trying to set myself up for success in that way, because I know that's going to be relevant to other aspects of my life, like my career, like my relationships, like my own self-awareness, and working through my own internal struggles to become a fuller and more psychologically healthy person for myself and others. There was a whole other thing that I wanted to jump into in this video, which was about this idea of wanting more, always wanting more, always wanting to go from wherever we are in our happiness to trying to get to that thing that puts us at a 10 and keeps us there, and how that's kind of a trap, how we're predisposed by our brains and by nature to always be only mildly happy and always be kind of a little bit unsettled in whatever state we find ourselves in. And that's good, because when we get really sad, we'll always end up going back to this level, and when we get really happy, we always end up going back to this level too. And the reason that's important is because the trap of trying to better yourself or trying to find the thing that will get you at that 10 can be never-ending. You can spend a never-ending amount of time trying to improve yourself, when really staying at that 10 is not only unsustainable, but it's not the full human experience. So but being at the level that you're at and having a greater reason for why you do the things that you do, rather than just trying to continually be happier, making something more important than being happy, that's what leads to that deeper fulfillment, and that's what I personally am after. So, but I want to touch on that in another video, even though I gave a lot of it away just now. Anyways, all right. Work out on. Press on. Peace out.